Hi, welcome to Tochi Fertility Channel. In today's video, I am going to talk about ovulation, everything that has to do with ovulation. If you are the type of person that do not know what ovulation is, how to calculate your ovulation, this video will be useful to you. Now, before we dive in, we have to understand, I have to explain to you what ovulation is. I am going to be saying it details to a layman's level. Ovulation is a period when a matured egg is released from the ovary. It is the part of menstrual cycle and plays a major role in pregnancy, which means without ovulation, without your ovary releasing a matured egg, then there will be nothing like pregnancy. I keep on hammering, paying much emphasis on this. Ovulation is the bedrock of conception because the egg must be released for sperm to see something to fertilize. I hope you get that. When the egg is released, it might not be fertilized by sperm. If fertilized, the egg may travel to the uterus and implant to develop into a pregnancy. If left unfertilized, the egg disintegrates and the uterine lining is shed during your menstruation or period. So if this egg is fertilized, first of all, ovulation, like I said from the beginning, is a period or the process whereby a matured egg is released from your ovary, which means the egg will come out, and the ability of the sperm to fertilize this egg. If the sperm eventually fertilizes the egg, then the egg will travel down to your fallopian tubes where it's going to implant. If the egg implants successfully, that is what is called implantation, then that begins the first stage of conception. In fact, if the egg implants successfully, congratulations, you are pregnant. And this period, when you conduct a pregnancy test, it will show you positive. So ovulation, like I said, I'm going to be breaking it down so that everybody will understand, is the process or the stage or the period when a matured egg is released, is coming out from your ovary. And when this egg comes out, it is the duty of the sperm to fertilize it. If the sperm did not fertilize the egg, then it will shed its line and come out as your menstruation. Now, understanding how ovulation happens and when it takes place can help you achieve or prevent pregnancy. It can also help you diagnose certain medical condition. Now, if you understand when this thing happens, when ovulation is about to happen, when you are in your fertile days, it will be able, without being under contraceptive, to know when your body is ready for conception. So you must understand your cycle. I keep on also saying this, understanding ovulation and the menstrual cycle. Where does ovulation fit into your overall menstrual cycle? Your menstrual cycle resets the day that your menstrual flow begins. The day that your menstruation starts is the beginning of your menstrual cycle. This is the start of the follicle phase, where egg mature and is later released during an ovulation. So your menstruation is the start of your follicle phase, because that is why I keep on telling people that when you are not menstruating, it is possible. When you are not menstruating, you will never get pregnant, because it is after your menstruation that the follicles, that is the egg, will start to develop. Now, during the follicular phase, your body will release follicle stimulating hormone known as FSH that helps the egg inside your ovary mature and prepare for release. This follicular phase is when the egg is developing, and when they get to the age of maturity, they will now release, they will burst. Once the egg is matured, your body releases a surge of luteinizing hormone known as LH, triggering the egg's release. Ovulation usually happens around the 14th in the 28 to 36 hours after. This means that after you conducted the ovulation test with OPK, when you see the two line positive, it doesn't mean that ovulation have occurred already. It means that ovulation is going to take place between 36 to 48 12 hours after you have conducted this test. I'm going to repeat myself again. Some people use OPK, which means Ovulation Prediction Kit, to conduct ovulation tests to know when their body is ready to release an egg. So when you see the control line and the test line positive, it doesn't mean that ovulation have taken place. It means that ovulation is going to take place between 12 to 48 hours after you have conducted this test. Assuming you conducted the test today morning, which means ovulation will happen between tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening. I hope you get that. Now, after ovulation comes the luteal phase. If pregnancy occurs during this period, hormones will know the lining from shedding. Otherwise, bleeding will start around 28 of the cycle, beginning the next cycle. In fact, ovulation generally occurs in the middle of the menstrual cycle. So if after ovulation the egg wasn't fertilized or maybe didn't implant, generally you would say if pregnancy do not occur, then your uterus will shed this lining, which will turn to your menstruation. But if pregnancy occur, if the sperm fertilizes the egg, if your ovary releases a matured egg and the sperm fertilizes it, and this fertilized zygote will be able to attach itself successfully in the fallopian tube, then your uterus will not shed lining, which means your period will not come again. Now we'll talk about this fertile window in a separate video. I'm going to explain it very well so that people will understand, because I noticed that I have a lot of new followers that didn't join us when I was talking about ovulation and fertile window. So I'm going to make a separate video about fertile window. If you want me to make a separate video about this, please let me know. Now, the fertile window, the 6 days leading up to and including ovulation make up what is called the fertile window. This is the period of time when sexual intercourse may lead to pregnancy. Your fertile window, the way I used to explain it so that people will understand me very well, is that fertile window is when your body is ready to carry pregnancy, when your body is fully prepared to, conceive. Now, the sperm may wait around for several days in the fallopian tubes. After sex, ready to fertilize the egg. Once it is fertilized, the egg will now start its journey. Pregnancy is a process. It's not because you become pregnant so easy. You think it's easy. If God should open our eyes and we see how all these things happens, you will know that it's a process and a long journey, but God made it to be short. All you know is that you miss your period. All of a sudden, you start seeing signs. And before you know it, you carry your baby and you think it's easy. That is why sometimes if I see women who give birth and they are not able to take care of those children, it makes me to shed tears, because this is God's effort that you are treating like this. So this is all it is about ovulation. I said it's a process whereby the matured egg is released from your ovary. If this egg is being released, the sperm will fertilize it. If the sperm fertilizes it, then it will move down to your fallopian tubes where it's going to implant. If the egg implants successfully, then congratulations, this video is already long. If you appreciate what I'm doing, follow my page, like my page, share my videos, recommend my page, and also subscribe to support me. Thank you so much. Until I come your way again, bye bye. I love you all.